Sports and Things may contain language not suitable for all audiences. Discretion is advised.
Yeah, we got the vibe on deck, bro. Four dope brothers talking sports, so let's go. If you could just imagine some dudes into music get together to talk trash about whose team is losing. So here we go. Deke Turner, John Lane, Trey Illy, Jay Hill, the MVP, according to his theory. So now what? They got their mics and gizmos. Podcast rapper for DC, what it is, Mo.
This is Sports and Things, a podcast of four musician friends from the DMV who go in depth on sports, music, and entertainment topics of the week, featuring John Lane, Trey Ely, Jay Hill, and your host, Dennis Turner.
And welcome to Sports and Things, everybody. I'm your host, Dennis Turner. With me, I have all the fellas, Jay Hill, Trey Ely, and John Lane. What up, fellas?
What's going on?
All right.
Yeah. All right.
This is the podcast where we are artists and musicians who love to talk sports, and the NBA playoffs are going on right now, but we're going to get into some Washington Wizards conversation. That's not, because they're not there.
So, that has nothing to do, those two things have nothing to do with each other. So
just the fact that they use the
playoffs
same
and
ball.
Wizards.
They use the same ball. That's all.
They don't even do that. Damn.
Oh, okay. Fine. If the Wizards get the number one pick.
Soon.
What?
The Wizards' ball is deflated.
Finish your statement. Go ahead.
If the Wizards get the number one pick, who would you want to draft?
Then we'll be playoff bound. Okay, never mind.
Wow.
Right.
Well, let's start with Jay since he's at the stadium or at the arena.
Yeah, there you go.
Man,
I don't give a shit.
It's really difficult to make this call because there is no idea where we'll fall in this draft. And
what you mean?
Course,
I think the assumption says, the question has an assumption in it.
Mm-hmm. But that's like
Wait, Jay. The question has an assumption in it that
it does.
We are first. So it's a fantasy question because we ain't winning the lottery.
I don't want to
make believe
that fantasy. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the make believe. But I'll say if we do, it's gonna have to be AJ.
Disbandstia, or however you say it.
The banter. Why get this, hyped if it's not going to happen, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost along the lines of like, do we have the opportunity to get Shaq? Nah, I doubt it, Like,
please don't draft the booze.
We have the opportunity. We just might not get him.
Right. So, yeah, I would definitely say it's AJ. I know some of these mock drafts lists that are coming out have the Wizards not having an actual cornerstone, but believing that, I guess whoever is in this draft will be that cornerstone. I don't know if AJ's a cornerstone dude. Like, he's good. Like, we have.
He's no Shaq.
Right. We
don't have a Wemby or a Flag this year.
He's no Anthony Edwards, anything like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think.
What about Anthony Davis?
Piece is still.
He is.
What I honestly think is going.
He will be gone
some moves
very
made.
soon.
He's not going to be here.
It's going to be some moves made, and we're going to have.
You mean before the season starts?
Players, but possibly even before the draft starts.
Before the draft starts, golly. Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
that soon.
You think they're going to move AD that fast?
No,
I think if they can get decent enough haul, I don't think they've gotten out of the mentality right now of let's get a bunch for one yet. Like they're not out of that. Like, because they were, they were in that space for so many years. Yeah. I feel like they're still sort of in that space, but we're getting slightly better mediocre players.
Slightly better mediocre. No, Jay, what's
slightly
important?
Better mediocre
we're getting
players.
Cheaper mediocre players, though.
Slightly better, cheaper.
We're getting cheaper.
Exactly.
Cheaper mediocre players. So we're getting out of those contracts.
Right. And so that's kind of what falls in line with AD and everybody.
Do you think there's somebody out there that's willing to give up their first round pick for AD?
I don't know.
Anthony Davis?
First round pick.
Yeah.
You crazy.
I don't know if we.
They're talking about right now.
Need a first round.
Anthony Davis potentially going to the Trailblazers in the trade. So you got to give up.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think they're going to want more picks.
Necessary.
They're going to want more picks in this first round.
That's exactly. That's because we already have the first round. I'm gonna say locked up.
Yeah,
obviously,
unless those 4 players that we acquire get traded away for more picks. which I could see.
Yeah. See? Right.
Oh, you're talking about that mock trade that we were
that mock
at?
trade, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that
Anthony Davis is too old. He's 33. He has too much money that he's
too
acquiring.
injured.
He can't stay healthy.
He can't stay healthy, and it's a $62 million player option that he has. So
he's not playing with us next season.
I don't think Portland has a first-round pick.
No, they will have a 2027 first round. That's what it would be. That's why they're not going to make that trade.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
He's not playing. I mean, if you take AJ, though, like, he's a wing, right? So you got
another wing.
You got Sarr. You got Young.
Another wing.
Does he fit in like, just because he's a top pick, does he fit with the scheme that they're trying to build here?
Exactly.
We got Trey shoot.
Do we know what scheme we're trying to build here, or we just got players? And
listen, I'm asking you a question.
But see,
I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't know.
No,
I don't even.
But
who's on my head?
We also have a scheme.
Wait,
who's on my head?
Wait.
He's a traitor.
I'm not a trader.
It can also be.
I've been here for years.
They select AJ to trade him to somebody else. Like they trade the rights to AJ.
That would be terrible.
Like Kobe.
That would be terrible.
I don't think we would do that.
Nah, I don't think we would do that.
I think we want the young players.
You know what it comes with. You don't know what it comes with.
No, that's
Nah,
you don't even know.
They can give us free Snickers for life. You know.
Hey, yo, shut up.
I think our
you
GMs
free
want
chocolate for life for a player.
They give us free chicken when they miss 2 free throws. So.
Right, you get a chicken sandwich. Maybe it's licorice. You know, maybe it's Twizzlers.
Licorice.
What about liquor?
Twizzlers that good. You said liquor. Liquor, yeah. Then you can watch the games.
Right.
Liquor flavored licorice. Licorice.
Hey, yo. No, I don't think that's a smart thing. I don't even know if AJ's smart to pick to go here. Like, I think you should show up your depth more if you could.
Dude, when if we land the first pick, you take the best player on the board, even if you got 17 people in that position.
Well, they did that.
You take the best
and
person.
They still won 17 games last year.
We didn't get the best player last year.
You got one of the two best players.
We never got the best player.
I don't think Sarr's the top 2.
We ain't got the best player since John Wall.
He's second, but he's not the second best player in the season.
No, I'm talking about from that draft.
Yeah.
I mean,
that didn't.
You saying Sarr was the best player from that draft?
I'm saying he was one of the two top. He was one of the top players from that draft. You got him, and you still won 17 games.
I know, but he's not. He's not.
Yeah, I ain't saying he didn't go first.
No, but he's not. He's his number where he was drafted does not equate to how he played the season.
Right.
There's several other players that played way better than him.
Right.
This season.
He could have been
I don't disagree. I don't think he should have went where he went in the draft personally, but I never was 10 toes down.
He was the second best, but
I'm telling you where he was. I ain't saying what I thought he was.
Oh, okay.
I'm not telling you where he went. Yeah. I'm telling you the facts.
I agreed with you, Jay, because I was like, wait a minute.
My facts said before he got drafted here, I said I ain't want him because it was like a Wemby implant. It was like,
I wasn't too.
Yeah, I wasn't sold on that dude.
I mean, he is a good player. I think he's going to be better next season.
I think it was a decent pick. He wasn't.
I think it was.
I don't
decent.
think it was a bad pick. I just don't think he should have went where he went. You could have got him later and still would have had the same effect. You still would have won 17 fucking games.
That's the thing. But that's the thing.
Wait a minute. That's not. He wasn't picked last year.
No,
he wasn't picked last year.
He was the year before that. Year before that.
Who did he pick
for?
Trey.
And we got
Trey. What's the name?
Trey Johnson? Oh, not Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson.
Johnson, yeah.
No. We didn't get Trey Johnson in the draft, did we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trey
was we drafted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Will Riley. Okay.
Yeah, still, no, I don't.
Because we had 2 first rounds last year.
Yeah, Will was the second first round pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, we don't know what they're doing here. So, that's part of it too. Like they call it a rebuild, but I don't.
I mean, right
really
now they're
just
stacking talent. They're just stacking talent to figure out what they can put together with it.
They're doing a baseball trade. They're doing a baseball stack.
This package, like Anthony Davis and this dude and this dude and this bag of Skittles for what? Skittles.
Yeah, I got a question though. Do you think before the season starts, Bilal Coulibaly will be here?
I do.
Do you think they'll think about trading him?
I do think that also, but I don't think they're going to find any suitors. That's what.
So he might go in February.
Right before, right before All-Star, yeah. They're gonna start really listening to see.
I think he's expendable.
It really depends, but it depends on how this rotation works out. You know what I mean? He could end up a very important.
I mean, he would be a very good bench player. He'd be a very good bench player defensively because his defense is fantastic. So coming off the bench, that would be an asset. But we just can't shoot the ball well. Our starters can't shoot the ball well, except for Trae Young, and we'll see how that goes.
Trae Johnson, a shooter too.
He shot the ball very well.
He's pretty good. Will Riley's
that's what I'm saying. This rotation
improved.
Man, this rotation could be like epic once Trae Young actually gets once he's in the mix, and
just when we get Mike Budenholzer as head coach.
Just keep saying once.
Hey, Mike Budenholzer too.
Or Doc Rivers.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did we answer the question though? Like
Trae,
AJ? I don't pick AJ.
Yeah.
I like AJ or Peterson, but I like AJ better.
Just as long as it's not Boozer.
I wouldn't see.
I don't want Boozer for sure.
I wouldn't mind Boozer because then you have a massive front court that's just like.
But you have a massive front court now. But you just,
is Boozer that impactful?
Do you?
I mean, no.
Right. Exactly. Okay.
I mean, you have it on paper. On paper, you have a massive front court, but that front court's not going to sustain. I don't think that front court, as a total, has played 82 games in one season. So,
yeah. All right,
we can move on.
Well said.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on.
What's the biggest surprise of the first round of the NBA playoffs?
Ooh,
I think the Celtics going out the way they did.
Man.
For me,
mine was how much pressure Orlando put on Detroit. Like,
I mean, I like Orlando.
Orlando.
I mean, that was kind of impressive.
Orlando kind of showed that we're the new young guys that are on the block. Huh?
Was it a surprise?
It wasn't a surprise, though.
Yeah, Magic.
Wait. So let's flip that around. If it wasn't a surprise, you was expecting Orlando to go up 3-1 on the Pistons?
I expected them to challenge the Pistons. Yeah,
I would. I told you I had them winning.
I like Orlando. I liked Orlando 2 years ago.
I had them winning.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The biggest surprise for me was the Celtics going out the way they did. Like they went, and then like against that team without Embiid,
especially up 3-1.
Yeah, that's surprising. That's the most surprising.
I think that's the biggest surprise to me, that there's two teams that actually blew 3-1 leads.
Yeah, that too.
Well, it doesn't.
I think for me the biggest surprise was Atlanta not showing up in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. That
really.
I just thought they would be competitive.
The 60 point.
That halftime score, man, that was beyond embarrassing.
I'm not surprised that Atlanta couldn't keep up with the Knicks.
It's not that. I just thought that they would be competitive. I thought they'd be. I didn't think they were going to
60 points, but I
just
crazy.
At least thought that was the biggest
rather,
surprise for me.
60 points in the playoff game is crazy, but
in a playoff game,
that's
a playoff game.
That is rather disrespectful.
I looked at the halftime score and I was like,
at that.
Like, dang.
But again, I think the biggest surprise was the way the Celtics went out. When you got Tatum back, you got Jalen there, and you still lose to like a flapless.
Like flatless.
Flatless.
You know the thing about it though, Tatum, I don't think Tatum was back long enough to really be back in.
No, he wasn't impactful.
That's what I was going to say, Trey.
He wasn't impactful.
I don't think he was there.
They weren't in their rotation.
I don't think he was back long enough for that to really.
That's why it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter, but it's the same. It's like those two powerhouse franchises are. Like
history, but he may have come back as himself, but he wasn't in the mix with the team.
Sorry, Celtics.
Right. I mean, coming back is two pieces. Is you getting back in the rhythm, and then it's the whole team getting back in the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that they lost.
I don't think it was time for that.
I don't care either.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that
fucks.
The 76ers are getting their asses handed to them too. I don't care. Like I don't.
I think the biggest because I need that to keep happening.
The Knicks beat them pretty bad
for sure. I guess we don't have. Well, I guess that question is done. But question I will ask is like, who do you have coming out the East that will be formidable against a team from the West?
The Knicks.
Do you think the Knicks can beat OKC in a series?
Have you seen what the Knicks have been doing?
No. Ask the question, bro.
I think
the Knicks would beat them in a 7-game series.
I think it would go 7 games, but I don't know that they would beat OKC. But I think it would go 7 games.
I'm not saying I'd pick them, but I'm saying they'd compete. Absolutely.
Yeah, it would go 7 games.
The question
the Knicks
was
can
not
score
whether or
some
not
points,
they compete.
and they're playing
They're competing
defense.
because they're going 7 games.
No,
Like,
they're not
They're
going to win.
playing defense, too. They're keeping teams below 100 points, man. The Knicks are playing ball,
You're
dog.
not listening to the question that I asked. Like, I get all that, which is why the series went to 7, not a 4-game sweep.
Trey.
In a 7-game series, do you
Answer
have
the
Knicks
question, Trey.
beating OKC?
That's not that's not what you asked the first time.
That
you
is
said
what
could
I
they
asked.
compete.
I
You
said-
asked, could they compete?
I said, do you think they can win a series? Well, okay, let me change the question for Trey. Do you think the Knicks can beat a West Coast team in a 7-game series?
A West Coast team or OKC?
Nigga, I just said A.
Yeah,
They can beat a West Coast team. Now, OKC, if you're asking me to pick OKC against the Knicks, I'm going to pick OKC.
I'm not asking you to. I just asked you if you think they could beat a West Coast team.
Is it possible the Knicks can
In a
win?
7-game
yes, I
series.
think so. I think the Knicks are playing well.
Okay. Anybody else want to take that?
I think it's possible.
A West Coast team, yes. OKC, I don't think they can beat them.
I think the weakest link, and it pains me to say it, is the Lakers. Like, I think they could beat the Lakers. I don't think they can beat anybody else.
Yeah.
In a 7-game series.
Yeah, they could beat the Lakers. They could beat Minnesota. I think Minnesota has.
I don't know if they can beat
better-
Minnesota.
If
I think
Minnesota
I
makes
think
it to
the
the
Knicks-
finals, I think they're going to be too wore out.
I
Who?
think the Knicks
Minnesota?
have much better
Minnesota,
defense.
yeah, because, with
I think the Knicks'
Ant being
defense is
injured and
way
all that stuff,
better than-
if they make it to the finals, I think
than
they
Minnesota's
retire.
offense. Yeah.
I think that the Knicks will give a challenge to Minnesota, but I think Ant will dominate that series. Personally.
As long as Ant holds up. He's playing on two
Yeah,
bad
as long as he
teams.
stays healthy.
Yeah, I'm saying if he holds up. But I think if you put Ant against that team,
That's a if. That if is formidable because he's playing on two bad knees.
He's still playing, though.
Be like, especially
Yeah, he's got
going a few
he's
series.
got 2 more
By
rounds
the time
left.
he get to the finals, he might be kind of hurting.
well, I mean, yeah, it depends on how they play to get to the finals, if they even make it to the finals. But if you put if you put a healthy Knicks team up against a healthy Timberwolves team, I'm taking the Timberwolves. 7-game series. I would even take them in 5.
I mean, the question is now, can they not necessarily sweep, but can they get done with whatever series they got now, and he has time to rest? That
That's
changes
the
the
other
game.
question.
I don't know if the Spurs going to go down that easy, bro.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to. That's
not
not
with
going
the
to
help
be
from the
like
ref they
four
giving
and
Wemby.
let's take a nap.
They're doing really all that help with them
No.
fouls he getting called. So
Yeah.
Nah, it's not going to.
They didn't help him last night.
yeah, them goaltending, them fouls they're not calling on Wemby is like, like you, like nobody could sustain that ass whooping.
We never had to look that high up to see if it was a legit block. I think that one was still going up. I don't know. He tall as
You
shit.
think he hit that
Nobody
shit
can
3
see it.
minutes after it came down, and they were like,
I can't see
he's
the
sending it back up.
She was still too high, even
No,
though
he
it was
just,
still coming
you know
down.
what Wemby's doing? Wemby's just sending it back up. They can't see it because he's
Shit, he playing volleyball with himself.
Definitely just
He playing volleyball by himself.
blowing it.
he with the balloon. He's just doing the balloon.
He playing volleyball on the NBA court.
That's
He's just
hilarious.
sending the ball back up. I was watching those highlights. I was like, you missed that goal? I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, anyway, anybody else have a biggest surprise for the first round of the playoffs before we move on to the next subject?
The Lakers
No.
still here.
I'm not
Yeah, I don't know if
surprised
that's
the
a
Lakers are still here.
surprise.
Because LeBron is LeBron. So I don't
You know
play
what's
LeBron.
gonna happen
Rockets
coming
wasn't doing
off
nothing.
coming off of what Trey
Yeah,
was
that's
saying.
true.
If Luka comes back, I think that might fuck everything up.
I think
If
it's
Luka comes
You know,
back.
there was a.
You have to work
Because
with
he's
Luka.
gonna
I don't
take-
even know what.
He's
I
gonna
don't even
take
know
too
what show
many
it was.
shots.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what show it was, but one of the pundits was asking, were the Lakers better without Luka?
No.
And
mean-
Luka scores a lot of points, but is there a chemistry problem?
They're not-
I don't
they're
know.
not better
They
without
went on
him.
like a 10, 12 game win streak with Luka before he got injured.
There's a chemistry
they're not
problem
better
and a
without
defensive
him, but-
problem. Like he's still
Well, of course, there's
he's not
a-
Trae Young liability, but he's
close.
not defensive. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
defensive. You know,
He's not defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
He's not
or
that.
even close.
But what I'm saying is, before he got injured, they went on a win streak, double-digit win streak.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Did you get that
he's
chemistry
the one
back?
you bring to outshoot him.
and is he
score a
liable
lot
on
of
defense?
points.
Because defense wins championships.
Oh, a lot of points.
Defense
I don't
wins
think he's liable
championships too.
enough on
So
defense.
It's true.
if you
think he's liable
did you
enough.
take the points for the lack of defense? I don't think
He
you do.
scores a lot of points, though.
He does score a lot of points, but do you take the points over the defense? That's what I'm saying. When you know defense wins championships.
In his case,
championships, that's it.
All right.
That's what I think.
Let's
Yeah, but
move
he's
on.
like, isn't he like the scoring, the highest scorer in the NBA?
Yeah.
You got to take that.
Take that.
Pause.
Points win championships.
Well, now in this NBA, this
NBA they do.
This day and age NBA.
Yeah,
exactly.
Jesus.
Points win championships. Good God. All right, let's move on to the and things portion of the show. We're gonna, I guess, me and John are gonna discuss. Did you guys see the documentary "The Choice Is Yours" about Black Sheep? Before we get into a conversation about it.
Oh wait, yes, I did.
You ain't see it, 'cause you could have said something about it.
I did say something about that. I remember him going back and forth and trying to get because it would basically just follow Dress, right?
I mean, for the most of it.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
This is, by the way, this is a spoiler alert for both of our listeners listening and Trey.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, it's a spoiler alert.
I mentioned that.
All right,
so
all three of us
now.
So you can be in the conversation too.
All three of y'all. All three of y'all.
You can be in the conversation too. We're gonna talk about what about the film does not surprise you about the music industry. John, you can go first.
Ooh.
It doesn't. What doesn't surprise me is that artists, and I feel like I should narrow this down to strictly rap artists, but I think it applies to other genres as well, but it mostly happens to rap artists. Rap artists are still trying to make deals without contracts. They're just trying to go off of, somebody's word.
Handshake. Yeah.
Handshake.
And a handshake. And it just it baffles me.
You shook Sinatra's hand. You should know what that means. Fuck Sinatra.
That no matter how close you are with someone, like, get that shit in writing, man.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And I felt bad for him because I didn't really listen to Black Sheep all that much growing up. I had the album. But I didn't I didn't like too many of their songs. I remember the first single off the second album, but that was it. So I kind of felt bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, like, why would you just go to a meeting and just? I think it helped that the cameraman was there and recorded it all.
Right, it definitely did.
For sure.
But if there was no cameraman there, how are you going to prove?
Yeah,
how you going to prove something?
You know why that's a bad look too? Because they got screwed over on their first deal.
Yeah.
Like they got screwed out of all the publishing for the song that made them the most popular.
Yeah.
So if that happens and you sign, like they do all these backdoor deals or they do all these deals where you get screwed out of stuff, why wouldn't you just be like, hey, look, we agreed to this. I know that, but you can just put this on. It don't even have to be an actual contract. Like you can just put it in writing and you sign one, I sign one.
Yeah.
Just
put it on a piece of paper.
I think for me, the heartbreaking part about that whole thing was how cutthroat people will be once you leave their presence. Like that's crazy to me. Yeah. Like when you watch the documentary,
you basically lied.
And then when you get brought back into the situation, it's like he was like, "Yo, what happened?" And they were sitting there like, "We don't know." I was like, "Nigga, what?"
Right?
How do you not know?
You don't
How
know?
do you not know?
You took the interview with Rolling Stone.
They said they misconstrued his words and he didn't really say it that way.
It was wild.
Like,
wild.
And the way it read, it was like that. I mean, I remember when I was watching it on the plane back home, I tapped John on the shoulder like, "Nigga."
Yeah, because he was like, "Yo, this fool, man." Like,
yeah.
I was like,
how'd you fall for it?
Having a personal experience with that whole scenario made it make sense.
Totally.
Like,
we had a front row seat.
Yeah.
We had a front row seat.
I don't know, man.
Trey, we got a clue Trey in on it.
I see that Ma Dukes gave him access to some unreleased Dilla beats.
Yeah,
that's the thing that caught my attention.
Yeah, she gave him access to the beats, and then he went and recorded records. He
recorded it.
He paid for all.
Yeah, he had like Freeway on a couple of joints. It was like a real album.
Yeah, and then like right before he went on stage before a show, he saw a Rolling Stones post that was like, they didn't approve the record.
We did not allow.
We did not approve this record.
We did
Tony
not.
Smith did not approve this record.
Yeah, they were
like, what? Who the fuck? How is?
Yeah. And so he goes to a lawyer, and the lawyer is like, The lawyer's like, the thing is, we can't do anything because nothing's in writing. And I was like, I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, how are you going to go to a lawyer with no paperwork?
Yeah,
you know what I was thinking of?
She
I was
gave him the beats doesn't mean anything after that.
Right.
Yeah.
She could have just been letting you hear them.
Well, no.
If you watch the footage,
the documentary, she definitely be like, I give you my blessing.
Gave him the pass. She's like, yeah. He went to her. He went to her and said, I want to make an album. He goes to their house in Puerto Rico.
That's on video?
I want to make it.
Dude,
yes,
it's
in the documentary.
You gotta watch the
It's all documented.
You know what? When I watched it, y'all couldn't see it because it was only on something. That's why I remember watching it, and y'all didn't have access to it. No,
it came up and said Paramount Plus.
See, it was on something else, and y'all was like, I don't have access to that.
Yeah,
that's how I remember talking about it.
Okay,
yeah. I sitting on that plane watching that. It almost made me mad a little bit. I was sitting there.
It made me mad for sure.
You know what? It was like it was a documentary about Blackstreet, and then it just switched to Dilla, and I was like,
Dilla. Yep.
I was sitting there like, whoa, what
I didn't know. I didn't understand what the premise of this whole thing was. I mean, it kind of wrapped everything up at the end.
Sort of, yeah.
But that middle part was strictly just about Dilla, and I'm like, what? Yeah. What is this about?
And I feel like the reason why they even got approved to do the documentary in the first place because they probably pitched it as like a Dilla documentary about with Drez involved in it. Like it felt like the meat of the documentary was about people who work with Dilla.
Yeah, I think Ma Dukes and Tony probably gave them the go ahead as long as they got more features. To push Dilla's name a little bit more, because I remember when this documentary come out, like 2022.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was like right after 2021 or
2021. And I remember Tony Smith went on Facebook and he said something like he was talking about some documentary. And he said, the truth will come out. Y'all will see. The truth will come out. And I didn't know what he was talking about.
That's the thing. It may have come out in 2023, but they probably shot it 2021.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because
it was still COVID.
I saw those posts just after COVID. It was like 2021, 2022, and nobody understood what he was talking about. He goes, "Y'all are going to see when this comes out," and we're like, "When what comes out? When the book comes out, or Because the Dilla book came out,
and then
when Dilla Time came out,
I do feel like honestly there was a trailer for this a long way before it was actually released. And I remember I don't remember seeing that. I feel like I remember seeing little excerpts like, oh, that's kind of dope. Like, wait, he's talking to Ma Dukes. I remember like the trailer being cut in that fashion where, like you just said, Dennis, it comes off like it's a Dilla documentary as opposed to a Black documentary.
Right.
Yeah, it felt really contrived, and it felt like it was they were pointing at a specific audience, and I get that. Like you're trying to sell a documentary to whoever's going to publish it, or whoever's going to put it out, and you need Dilla's name to do that. Like
that tends to happen to Tony for some reason, man. It's just, there's always like things that just get misconstrued. I don't know if he's
saying something.
I don't know if he's saying something.
That's what I was going to ask.
Is that overused?
What is the common? What is the wait, John, wait, hold on. What is the common denominator in all these stories?
All right. I know what you're saying. I was going to ask, does it seem like it was a miscommunication where they expected him to clear whatever he was going to put out through them?
No.
Because when they finally met, when they finally met after all the Rolling Stone article came out, Ma Dukes said, we did the interview and we knew what we were saying. But the way that they worded it was not how we said it.
Yeah.
And I do
blame the magazine.
But in a way, I do understand
they're saying
that
they didn't come out and say no.
Yeah.
No, that's what she's saying. She's like, we didn't say no to them. That what she was trying to explain to him was when it came down to the contracts. And asking about contracts, there was no contract. There was no official.
Oh, so there was she just answered that question, and they took that and ran with it, saying there's no contract, so this isn't authorized.
Implying. But it's like it reads.
Who knows if that's true?
Yeah, it reads.
Who knows if that's true?
I'm understanding.
But that's why I defend Tony and Ma Dukes, because I've seen that happen before, especially with Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone has been known to do that. They've been known to ask certain questions to make people say something.
They can make that sound like
well, Rolling Stone also
there's
had
no contract. There was no
top
agreement.
100 records of all time. They didn't have Michael Jackson on in the top 10. So
yeah, I don't fuck with Rolling Stone, man.
Oh, their top anything are
this shit is
completely.
Yeah. So that sums up.
But that was really the only reason why I defended my Dukes and Tony was because I'm pretty sure because if that was the case, my Dukes wouldn't call Drez and try to clear it up that way.
That's what made
especially
if
she
called him after
she was guilt.
Yeah.
She called him and said, "I need you to come to Puerto Rico so that we can straighten this out." And Drez was like,
"They met in DC for the second. They met in DC for the second one."
Oh, that was in DC?
Yeah, that was in DC.
Yeah,
oh, you're right. Yeah,
they came.
You're right. Yeah.
But still.
And I remember, and Tony was like, man, he's like, I don't know what happened with that interview. And then my Dukes she came out and she was like, we said this, and they wrote this, and this, and that's not what we said. And so I don't know. I don't know.
I even see how they could spin that because if you tell them, we have an agreement, but we ain't signed no contracts, and then they go back in the back.
It's just depending on what they asked her.
Signed no contracts.
Yeah, it's depending on what they asked her. They probably asked her in a way to make her say something that she didn't mean.
It's basically taking,
or they just reported half of what she said.
They didn't report the whole thing.
Yeah, they just said they didn't have no contract. They didn't say that they had an agreement for a verbal agreement. They left that part out.
You can take the meat and then throw out the bones.
Like what if they were? What if they asked her? They said, what if they asked her if somebody
over 40? Fuck that shit.
If somebody came to you with an unofficial album using Dilla's beats with no contract, would you give them permission to release it? And she'd probably say, well, no, I wouldn't. And that's probably why they're like, okay, this album ain't coming out.
Or no, probably she would probably say yes. She probably would say yes, but we don't have a contract in place. Oh, okay.
And then we just stopped. Right. That's all they got to do is take that. Hey, there's no contract agreement in place for this.
Fair. But she definitely said no when they asked the question similar to that. It was no.
There's no assumption.
We're not letting y'all niggas use any of my son's stuff without authorization.
No. Nice try though. You came and hugged me
part
on my
couch. Part of the issue with Dilla's estate too is that it's 4 controlling parties to his estate. So who has control over what is.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That got in the way of it. It wasn't my Dukes and Tony.
Jay, you and I had a conversation a long time ago about that because there are still people who are chasing after my Dukes to get money. And I think that's why she's probably trying to do shit under the table because she doesn't want these motherfuckers taking all her shit.
Mm-hmm. You can't garnish my wages if I'm getting paid under the table.
Yeah, so I probably don't blame her for not wanting to have a contract for this project. I don't know.
But what would they be getting money for?
All the shit that he owes he owed hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes, in hospital bills, back pay, just a rack of shit.
Yeah.
Still trying to pay it off 20 years
hospital
later.
debt, right. Hospital debt just
I mean, he was in the hospital for like 10 months. Like that shit accrues.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it.
Especially if you don't have health insurance.
You put it like that. That's and dealing with something like lupus is
very expensive.
Very expensive. I get that.
Very expensive.
And I mean, I guess to wrap all that up, like the music industry doesn't surprise me at all. I don't think it surprises any of us at this point. Like people in this business don't make art; they make business. So it's like,
what kind of sucks is the Rolling Stone, the media getting involved in playing that game. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me, but I just still hate it
because at the end of the day, what draws
it makes
people to
their story
interviews.
Juicier if they add the controversy to it. Because if you tell it the way it was, it's just
people buy the publication
and she gave it a
they buy the publication and they read it and they get numbers and that's how it's all clickbait.
It's juicier. There's a fight in there.
And since Dilla's passing, it's always been controversy about who can use his stuff, who has his stuff, who has the rights to his stuff. Like, all that stuff, it just kind of plays into the story that we've been told for the last 20 years since his passing. So it's like, it makes sense that they would stir up more controversy about that. But the documentary itself, I felt the way watching the documentary in the first place, because it was even like watching them kind of like pick beats was weird for me. Because I'm like, if he was here, would that wouldn't be the case? Like,
no, he'd make a fresh batch of shit.
Exactly.
He just make a fresh batch.
It's like, would he even be working with Drez at this point in his career?
He definitely wouldn't have been using those beats. Those were old beats.
I think he would have.
Yeah,
I think he would have.
No diss to Dress, because I think the story that they were trying to tell about Dress still making art and still making music, I thought that was pretty cool, and like how he was still trying to make a living and he was still doing shows and he was still, him being able to tour off one song, basically a one-hit wonder, because the second record didn't do anything,
Exactly.
And I think the telling of the story about how they got him and Mr. Long back together was cool, but we'll probably never see this record. The D&D record would probably never come out because it was 2023 when he finished it. So it's 2020. It's 3 years later. He probably started working on the record in 2021. You're probably never going to see that record. And he did a lot of work on that record.
Sad. He spent a lot of money too.
A lot of money on that record. So like, what do you do at that point?
Yeah.
But
damn.
But surprising? No, it's the music business and it's cutthroat, and that's what it is. So
yeah.
All right, let's move on to our artist of the week. And I will start with Trey. I think I always start with
yeah, so for my artist of the week, I put it's something that came out a few years back. And the songs that were released as singles were kind of like, I don't know, like cover band variety type of songs. But Silk Sonic is who I'm talking about. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. They got this cover on here of Confunction, Love Train.
It sounds just like it.
It sounds
you
better
listen to it right here.
I think this is a situation where the
You think this sounds better?
Than the original. How? Yes, because the original ain't got these horns.
That don't matter.
Tripping.
No, the original, and plus, Confunction. Think about it. Confunction was dope, right?
He lost me, right? He lost me.
But no, hold on. But Confunction is what they weren't known to be no real singers. I would say Bruno Mars is a better singer than the lead singer from Confunction.
Yeah, I get that, but
that's not the point.
Confunction was just a lot rawer to me. I don't know.
The point, Trey.
Hey man, like, listen, you add horns, you got me. All right,
of course.
Right.
He can't respect
shit.
He can't respect a hornless song.
If you add horns, you got me.
A hornless song.
Your song.
No, I like this arrangement. I like the horn.
Trey is horny, man.
Oh, your song ain't horny enough.
Trey ain't horny.
Oh, Dennis disappeared.
I had to leave for a second.
Horny enough.
You saw my silhouette when you said that. He was like, when I leave, close like 2 butt cheeks, nigga.
Oh no! Oh my god!
You act like you don't know the Chappelle reference. Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't.
You know that was Eddie Griffin.
When they were doing that one.
When they were doing the hater
I know what you're talking about, the haters ball.
He's like, when I leave, close like 2 butt cheeks, and he walked off.
I will say this: this is a very good. I like the way they covered this song.
I do.
I will say that.
Listen,
we do this in the wedding band that I'm in.
Love Train.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just an old man, and
I'm normally an original kind of person. I really like this cover,
John.
Thank you for adding "We Are."
Yeah, because the vocal enhances it. But
don't worry, you'll be there, Dennis.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna tell you what I saw in my head the other day. I was like, "What the fuck?"
But did you hear the horns, Jay?
Yeah,
you gotta embrace your age, man. It's cool, man. Like
I embrace it by shaving it off. See? That's how I embrace it.
I was talking to John in Estonia, and I was like looking at him. I was like, he got a lot of gray stubble on his beard.
Yeah, man.
It's like, oh shit.
That's why I need to shave.
I'm getting seasoned. I'm getting better.
I mean, Allie loves to gray my beard. I grew it out for a while.
Yeah, Alicia does too.
Yeah,
she's like, I like the salt and pepper.
I don't like it.
But is it too much salt? Like,
yeah, maybe in the wintertime.
All right, J Hill, you can go.
So I was just thinking back to the good old days of going to the Ritz.
This is my junk.
Yeah, going to the Ritz, and I remember the Ritz.
I've never been to the Ritz
club.
Oh yeah, the Ritz was the shit.
See, John. So then I'll talk to John right now. You remember the Ritz was the only club that had sectioned off rooms.
Oh hell yeah!
Different genres.
Different genres.
And they had a reggae room.
Yep.
We used to live in that bitch.
I used to go into the reggae room until they started fighting, and I was like, I can't be in this room.
Yeah, Ritz got real.
It got real bad.
Quick.
J Hill got a birthday coming up. You turning 50 this year?
Nah, next year.
Next year. Okay.
Not quite. I got one more.
He's almost there.
I got one more.
Yeah,
boy.
the reggae room was lit, and then
that shit was
niggas just started. I was like, come on, man.
It was always in the reggae room they start fighting.
Yeah.
Not in hip hop, not in anything else. It was a reggae room.
Question: what was the name of that club that was on F Street that used to do the They had the
you're
DC
talking
Idol.
about the column.
It's so many.
The DC Idol.
It used to be the column. It used to be
They
the
call it
column.
the bank.
It was the column, the bank.
The bank.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was an old bank.
It had
So,
that
like, when you
20-foot
go
stage.
downstairs.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
when you go
Yeah.
downstairs,
Yep.
you can see all the safety deposit boxes.
It was right next to the old 930 Club.
Yo, I remember when
And it was
we were going
across
to the
from,
DC Idol competitions.
Across from
I
that
don't know.
hotel.
Y'all were there for DC Idol competitions.
I didn't go to that. I
You
knew
went
about
to-
it, but I didn't
you,
go.
you didn't go to the one with Suge Avery?
Nah.
I knew you was gonna bring that shit up.
Nigga. Hold on, cut the music off for a second.
Forever.
So
Forever.
we were at the DC Idol
in-
competition with she who will not be named on this show.
Did you just name her?
Oh,
No,
wow.
I didn't.
Oh,
So we at the DC Idol competition. It's the finals of this competition, and they made it all the way to the finals in their competition
Look at this.
with Suge Avery, and
This
something
stage is
happened.
like 4 feet high. This stage is literally like
It's
4 feet
a
high.
huge
stage.
stage.
Trey, you ever been there?
Nah,
No, they don't
It
do
was up
jazz
to you,
there.
like, it was up to your
All right.
chest.
So it was like when you had to
They
look up
don't.
at this,
That stage don't allow horns.
yeah, it was no horn sections.
you had to look up at the stage to see the artist, right? So Suge had been winning all her competitions because she had like dancers and she had like this whole thing going on. And when she came on stage to do her final song, which was a cover of what was the song? I'm Going Down.
I'm going down.
So her
Rolls
dancers were
Royce.
on the floor. My cousin Reggie was filming for her, so he had his camera set up front and center. And she came out with, bah, bah, bah. She did the first verse, dances up. And when she got to the chorus, she said, I'm going down. Fell off the stage.
She fell right off the stage.
He went down.
She went down.
Like, and for the first 10
Plop.
seconds, nobody moved because they didn't know if it was part of the show or
Nobody
not.
knew. Nobody knew.
And then, like, you
It
see
was-
people rushing to the stage. And I remember Jay was there because he was standing next to me. I was like, she lost.
Yo, is she okay?
She lost.
Nah, I ain't saying anything about what she's okay. And I like,
Yo,
just
she was
lost.
on-
Yo,
she was
I
on-
remember wondering. I remember
She was
wondering.
on the stage, and all of a sudden you heard.
Man.
It was like, I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
She didn't even finish the
It was-
sentence, bro.
That's
It was
what made it so crazy. That was
That's
so
why we thought it was
apropos
part of
what
the
she was
show.
singing.
because she was singing the chorus. She turned
The
around. I'm
the
going.
timing was.
And I think she like fainted or something. Like she,
Oh my
So did she end up getting hurt?
Because she went
They-
forward
they
and then
caught her
kind
off.
of fell over.
yeah, they
Like,
caught
she,
her
she
off.
She went forward.
'Cause
Yeah, I remember that stretcher
legit-
came and everything. Yep.
The stage was high.
It was high
like-
as hell.
It wasn't like
Yes. Yeah. He was on his-
goodbye. Stage was the stage was high.
She learned his life.
Like the stage was
That's how she fell off the stage.
yeah. Like King dropping the King drop.
Hope she had an extra man.
Yo, it was so bad, and it was just like, I mean, she did lose. Ultimately, she did lose, but I don't think it was based on that. But like at the
I was
same
gonna
time,
say if it was based on that fall.
no, it was based on the talent and all that stuff. But it was so. I begged my cousin for that tape for like 2 years. He wouldn't give it to me. He just wouldn't give it to me. I was like, this
Somebody, it's
Could
got to
you
be on
imagine
YouTube.
now in the era of social media?
It's
Oh
got to
my
be on
Right.
YouTube.
Right.
Someone look
Right.
for it on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what it is on YouTube? Well, I don't know if it's on YouTube. but
That'd be viral. It'd be a GIF or something.
you guys know that
Really?
Apollo does. Apollo has shows. They got like another room out in the Apollo that's like a concert room,
The Apollo Cafe.
the Apollo Cafe. And
Mhm.
I remember, I'll tell the story and then we'll go to John. I remember getting a text message at like 2:00 in the morning from our good friend Zach Cutler, and the phone goes off and I see it, and it's just a video, and I'm like,
Oh,
what the fuck
shit.
is this video? And should I name her? I mean, she could take a joke, so it's fine. I don't even know if she wants to take it. Yazara is on stage playing this show, and she's doing her song, and then she falls over the monitor.
Mm.
But
Oh no.
to Yazara's credit, she just uses it
She
as a
kept
part of her
going.
show.
She kept going. Yeah.
She falls,
kept
she's like,
going.
boom.
Like,
She's
she-
like, oh,
she was laying-
shit,
she-
I ain't mean that shit. She just kept singing.
And kept singing. And kept singing the song.
I think
Like,
I watched that clip
yeah.
like 20 times that night. Like I just watched it, because it wasn't that it was
You
funny.
watch it as a GIF.
It was funny because it was two different angles of the same video.
Wow.
And Zach got both
Yeah,
videos. He got the video from the club, and he got the video that somebody shot from the audience. So he had two different angles of this same incident happening.
Dennis was watching that joint under a tent, like the ref with the review.
He went under the blue tent.
After further review,
Shout out to Rosa, man. She's dope. She's dope. Shout out to Rosa. Yeah. Okay, John, you can go.
My artist of the week is Mad Keys, featuring an artist named Damo Ye. This is their newest single that they just released last weekend, called From Within. It's a really nice dance track. Mad Keys is a producer and keyboardist who toured. He opened up our tour with Odyssey and Good Company last spring in Europe, and I tell you, the guy's doing very well for himself. He's an outstanding content creator. All of his videos are done fantastic. He was invited to the Lego Factory in Finland or in Denmark. He played violin for what's her name, Toni Braxton or something like that.
Yeah. It wasn't a horn though, so Trey don't give a shit.
Like recently? Wow.
Trey don't know what a violin is.
Wow.
He's kind of like he's kind of a jack of all trades type of artist, man.
Violin is.
What's that instrument?
So anyway, yeah, it's Mad
Nothing you
Keys.
can't blow into?
The name of the song is From Within.
No, we're not pausing. We over 40. Fuck it. We can say whatever we want.
wow.
All right. Who didn't go? I didn't go?
You.
I don't even remember who I picked. Shit, just play it.
Oh, I'll just play it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I know why you chose this. This is kind of
Janet.
like a sympathetic selection. Yeah.
Oh,
Really
yeah,
little
so-
sympathy for her.
I picked Janet because she wasn't in the film.
She chose not to be.
She chose not to be.
Yeah.
She chose not to
The
be in the film.
sympathetic selection.
I felt bad because you want to see the whole story be told, and it just felt weird not seeing her character portrayed by anybody.
It's sympathetic. I said, what happened to Janet? She wasn't in the film.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the film. But
Yo,
the
when
reason-
I'm listening to this and looking at Dennis, I'm expecting Nia Long to like put her hands on his.
Dennis is like, where is she?
please, if that happened, this would happen. And no, it would happen.
Like we lost
You hear
Dennis.
this? And you hear, cup the balls.
Cup the balls.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
You gotta sign this NDA.
Except that's Janet's voice.
I mean, same thing. Be like, cup the balls, Janet.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta clarify that.
I mean, who said that? Right. But Janet's dope. She's always gonna be dope. She's wrapping up, so you can't go wrong with any selection. Except for the stuff that Jermaine Dupri did. Ugh. Trash.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Authors of the Week: movies, TV shows, documentaries, books that you guys are reading, and I will start with Jay Hill.
So I just finished the season finale of Monarch. That's Apple.
How is that
series.
show?
It's interesting.
All right.
I am starting to find whack ass plot holes. Like,
Oh, no.
that's dumb. That's dumb. But I actually do that in most shows I watch now. Like that don't even
Well,
seem.
they all
The fuck
have
do you
stuff
mean?
like that.
Right. So, but it's interesting how they tied this, how they continue to tie it up, I should say. I definitely can see how there's going to be a season 3, because this was season 2 that they just finished. And if you don't really know what it is, it's basically Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. Wasn't this your
An
last?
overview.
Wasn't this last week too? Didn't you pick this last week?
I think so.
Yeah.
I probably did.
Give him a chance to
Yep.
finish watching it.
Yes, sir. Yep.
He started it last time.
I
Now
mean,
he
I
finished.
can say Michael, because I did see Michael, but
And what'd you
he
think?
hit I thought it was excellent, honestly.
Shut up.
I thought John should see it. I thought that also.
All right, I'll maybe I'll go see it.
I have heard
Just
it was
wait.
good.
It is good. If you take out what you expect to see,
yeah, that's what I need to prepare for.
That is the problem.
Yeah,
the problem is everyone is of the mindset of like, I already know this. Yes, but there is a large sect of people that don't
make
know this much. No, not don't make it in the film. Don't know this much about Michael. Everybody hasn't seen American Dream.
Yeah.
Everybody hasn't. Everybody still think Chris Brown and Usher are better than him.
They don't even go into
there's artists that are better than him.
They don't even go into how Mike's thought process was in American Dream. They don't touch on that. Like you just American Dream is about the Jackson 5 because that's the premise. That's the plot of that story. It's about how they made the Jackson 5, not about how Michael Jackson became a superstar or ascended to superstar.
I mean, kind of the end is kind of
it's leading to Michael being the guy, but it doesn't talk about.
But see, here's a part that's interesting about it also. As we all kind of know, you can read from the news, there's going to be a second part to this.
I don't know why.
They could choose to take this story, because they could choose to take this story any way they want.
They can't.
They could come back.
There's a part of it they can't talk about.
Yes, they can.
NDAs.
No. What I'm saying is they could come back at the beginning of the next one and go 5 years earlier, or something like that. Like they could flesh out more.
I think I hear what you're saying, but I think the way that they did it, though, I don't think you're going to do that because you left to the point. You could do that because you left a lot of open-ended holes in the story. You don't talk about him and Quincy. You don't talk about him and Jermaine. You don't even talk about that dynamic of
we don't talk about
tension.
We don't talk about any of that.
But
everybody didn't watch the We Are the World documentary, but they
don't talk about the We Are the World. They don't talk about the Wiz. They don't talk about none of that stuff. But it's like you purposely dodge a lot of stuff. E.T., Captain EO, you don't do none of that shit, right? But like you purposely stay on the highlights because the story is about his ascension to superstardom.
But you also stay on the highlights because this is the first one and we don't know how it's going to do. That's what I mean. Like we don't know how this is really going to perform. So before we try to flesh out all this other stuff, let's just get this out.
I think you do though, because the guys who produced it did the Queen documentary. So but at the end of the day, like if you want to produce an epic, Queen's documentary up until Michael Jackson's biopic was the highest selling biopic at the time. Michael's broke the box office on that.
But it's not like that's the formula. You can't know that that's the formula. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna write a hit movie. You don't know. You don't know if you can write a hit
movie, but you do know if you can write a dope biopic based on the formula that you use to write Queen's biopic. Because
I think that's a reach.
Think about it though. Think about it. If you go back and watch Queen's documentary, they stayed around the highlights, and what did they end with? World Aid. What did they do with Michael's? They stayed around the highlights, and what they end with? The Bad Tour. So it's the same formula.
That was perfect. That shit was perfect.
It's kind of the same formula. You see what I'm saying? Like
it is.
You stay around the highlights.
It's going to sell, but you know it's going to sell again. That's what I'm saying.
But when you sell it to
that's what I mean.
The movie, you sell it to the film house that's putting it out. You're like, hey, we did it with Queen. This is the track record with Queen's film.
I think we could do it with him. Yeah,
we introduced a little bit of tension because they didn't really go into like the meat of what happened with Queen either. They talk about the beef that they had, and you see Freddie Mercury kind of go off on his own thing, and it don't work.
Right.
And they kind of did the same thing with Mike. It's like Mike had beef, and he was like he wanted to do his own thing with Joe. Him and Joe had beef, and then it's like, all right, well. Joe was like, in order for you to do X, Y, and Z, I'm your father. You're going to go out and tour with your brothers. And Mike always conceded. He always just did what Joe said until he was like, I'm about to break out on my own. And then you go to bed. And then it's like it's the happy ending to that portion of the story. Mike got away from his father and was able to do his own thing. And then he became this epic superstar right before all the tension or all the shit hits in 93. So, I think you do prove that it can't work, but you don't think it's going to do as well as it did. Selling $200 million in your first opening weekend for a biopic is crazy. So
that's bananas.
True.
That's bananas.
I didn't mean to talk shit about your pick.
The second one.
I was just.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it. Who didn't go?
I'll just say the NBA playoffs. I ain't really got nothing else.
Okay.
Right now.
John, you went?
No, my other of the week is Sisu 2.
Really?
The Revenge. Yeah, I mean, or Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner.
He shitting on your pick too. Really?
Yeah.
That's what you going with, nigga?
We talked about John's pick on the flight.
Yeah, Sisu was okay. It wasn't as good as the first. It was a little too outlandish. It was a little too unrealistic.
So I'm talking about plot holes and shit. Like
like riding on a rocket to catch up to a train, putting planks of longboards in front of your truck so a plane can not hit it and just take off. Like, it's just so fucking unrealistic, man.
My thing was, it was two old niggas fighting like superheroes. It was like,
yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
One was 75, the other one was 76. I'm like, I don't think they're going to be fighting like that.
Yeah. The action was okay. The action was fine, but I think the first Sisu was much better. It was
first Sisu made more sense. Like post-war, I'm trying to get my goat home. I'll kill everybody to get this goat home. That makes sense. And I got a dog. What's up with animals being like the thing? Like John Wick had a dog. And anyway, all right. My pick is going to be, The Boys. I think I picked that a couple weeks ago. I just started the final season of The Boys.
You did.
But yeah, I won't do that. I'll do the trailer for Kane, which is the Donnie Yen spinoff of John Wick. Like just the trailer. It's not long, but it's making it worth it. Donnie Yen also directed and wrote. Yeah, sorry. No pauses. You're over 40. He wrote and directed this film, so it's gonna be a dope film. I don't know who's doing the stunt choreography for it, but I'm sure it's gonna be dope because Donnie Yen's in it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's the same people that do Wick. I think it's the same studio. I think they're doing some of it.
If you guys did you guys see Wick is Pain, the documentary?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah. Oh, you gotta see that.
You gotta see that.
Yeah.
That's probably better than the last 3 Wick films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll give you a little spoiler alert, but you watch it anyway. The guys who did John Wick are also the stunt coordinators for The Matrix. Same guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So the guy who directs John Wick films,
that's where they started there.
That's where they started. Yeah. They started with The Matrix, which is why they have like this relationship with Keanu, because they started. They created Gung Fu, and they showed the whole creation of how they made Gung Fu and how Gung Fu is now like one of the main martial arts, like shot film ways to shoot film for action film. So I would actually say fuck it, not that film. John Wick is Pain.
Trey's asleep. We're losing Trey
because you ain't playing no
Trey. Trey looked like Trump in a meeting.
No horns, no sci-fi. He can't get into this shit. It's okay.
That's our cue.
That's our cue.
Put Trey to bed.
We still have 45 seconds. But anyway,
somebody added more time to the timer. It had already expired.
I know, because he didn't go. So I had to add like one more minute to it.
Well, we're done anyway. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Overtime.
And watch the NBA playoffs. Lakers are playing right now, so go Lakers. They're not going to win that series, but go Lakers. Shout out to our sponsors.
This is for Trey.
What?
This is like sleepy time.
I thought it was going to be a horn in there. I was waiting for a horn to come in.
Here we go.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Here we go. All right, now you can do your outro.
All right. Shout out to our sponsors, Focusrite and Vocaster 2, which we're powered by. We do those shows. I think everybody got on headphones, except for me. I'm wearing in-ears. But we got the mics and we got the systems. Shout out to our sponsors, Belly Up Sports Network, Unhinged Sports Network, and Eden Radio, who still plays our show for some reason. PSA for today. Oh, you know what? I do want to make a PSA. Hey, listen. At the end of the day, I think social awareness is a really important thing. We had an incident happen in Estonia where one of the band members had a situation happen with some kids that made some racial slurs and did some stuff in his direction, and it just kind of made us aware that even though we travel the world,
shit is still here, man. Ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we still have to deal with a lot of bullshit as black people, as Americans, as black Americans, and as black men. So just be aware of your situation. Be aware of your surroundings. Like, just be socially aware, please, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're out and you think you're okay, and then people walk up to you and do some crazy shit because they feel like they can. So, and just be kind. Yeah. Like, how about that? Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to your fellow man. Like, that's the main thing you should be trying to work about. Like, I'll punch a nigga in his face quick, but like, I shouldn't have to. And when I say punch a nigga in his face, I mean like anybody, white, black, I don't give a shit. Like, but I don't want to have to, you know, like, and we shouldn't be thinking like that, you know, so just be kind, please be kind.
Right.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening. We catch you next week, next time. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Yeah, sure.
We're not leaving. We got 2 weeks here before we go back out of the country, so we'll do another show next week. So until then, peace.
Yeah, we got the vibe on deck, bro. 4 dope brothers talking sports, so let's go. If you could just imagine some dudes into music get together to talk trash about whose teams is losing. So here we go. Deke Turner, John Lane, Trey Illy, Jay Hill, the MVP, according to his theory. So now what? They got their mics and gizmos. Podcast rapper for DC, what it is, mo. Yeah, we talking sports and things. From rookies who ball to vets who about to get more rings. Plus more things, like a jam session or something. Then we beefing cause our favorite team, John like slumming, John like pumping, over podcasts and stereo. You want more than that whole hum, so here we go. Yeah, we go from bars to beats, to podcast or AstroTurf with balls and cleats like that, y'all. Talking sports and things, talking sports and things. Preach the nomad, talking sports and things. We're talking sports and things. Deke Turner, John Lane, talking sports and things. Baby, we're talking sports and things. Trey Illy, Jay Hill, talking sports and things. Talking sports and things. DC, baby.
This has been Sports and Things with John Lane, Trey Ely, Jay Hill, and your host, Dennis Turner. The Sports and Things theme song was written and performed by Priest the Nomad. Music is performed by T. Fox, with flute solo by Trey Ely.
For updates on newly uploaded episodes, follow us on X. Our handle is @IzSports. IZSPORTZ. And on Instagram, our handle is @sports_and_things. SPORTZ_and_THINGZ.
Thanks for listening.